immediately just alternate. And even when they come in, I look at their attendance register, I found that many never report at 8 a.m., you know, and I said, how long can we continue with this? So we decided to carry out some investigation. The second thing we discovered was that, you know, people were complaining that we don't have enough teachers in schools. And now we carry out a study. We use our information technology system to, you know, collect basic data and play around them to have a global picture as to how many teachers do we need, how many pupils do we have. And the result was very revealing. We found that in some local governments, we have a ratio of 19 pupils to 1 teacher. The highest was where we have about 38 pupils to 1 teacher, which means even going by UNESCO standard, Edo State government is doing extremely well. That our ratio is a lot better than you find even in the UK. And yet, traditional rulers report to me that in schools in their domain, they only have 2 teachers in a school with 6 classrooms, which means that we are paying people who are not at work. Now, in the course of trying to check who is where and why is this happening, I stumbled into a lady who didn't know the difference between 1 and I. And when I noticed that she couldn't read, I said, wait a minute, read this whole affidavit that you sworn to. And she said, instead of I solemnly declare, and this is printed word, she said, 1 Solomon. I said, no, read what is here. He said, I said, 1 Solomon. So she doesn't know the difference between I and 1. Solemnly is for her Solomon. And then she went on, Onitsha, prophet. So, no, there's no Onitsha in this paper. Read not what is in your head. Read what is in this affidavit. Now, she meant to say Bini Judicial Division. But I suspect that this false affidavit might have been sworn into somewhere to Onitsha. So she insisted on Onitsha prophet. Now, what was she calling prophet? Province. She didn't know the difference between province and prophet. And she went on and on and on. And so I left feeling very depressed. Now that we have a child under the care of this woman. This woman is on level 12, grade level 12, and she's earning, beside her salary, she earned additional 27.5%, which is to say that a civil servant on level 12 earns less than a teacher on level 12, because she will earn 27.5% more.
Yes.
You know, as a special inducement for her to remain in teaching and to teach properly, and to be willing to accept rural posting. So at that point, I said, no. We need to make some investment in training of teachers. But even to design the training, we need to understand what kind of training they require. And the only way to assess that is to do an assessment test. So that is all it. But the unions have made it a big issue. And I try to persuade them not to define the worker as one person. The worker is also a father, or a mother, or an uncle. You can't divorce the interests of your own children. You can't have a situation where a primary school teacher takes her own child or his own child to a private school. Right? Because when I went there, I found some teachers were not at work. I asked them, one of the explanations was that, oh, I went to drop my child in a school. Which school? You find it was a private school. Now, why do we accept such a situation?
Excellency.
And I just felt that I need to deal with it, and I'm going to deal with it.